Creators, listen, we say this all the time. If you're not using AI to help you get your content out, you're kind of missing a boat. And I understand the struggle for most people is that they don't really know where to start, or there's so much information out there. It seems to be a lot more than any one person can handle. Well, the only way to eat something large is one bite at a time. So today, I'm going to show you a way that you can start out with your idea and make it better. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying my original prompt took a couple of days to write because I was kind of formulating what I wanted. But then I gave it the secret sauce. You're going to have to stick around to see what that secret sauce is. But let me walk you through a prompt that I created. Now, the prompt as it stands works. I've totally tested it. It works flawlessly. It's kind of good. As a matter of fact, it's a good way to generate a bunch of short form content. But I was ready to take it to the next level, and I didn't feel like spending 3 days to rewrite it. So wait till you check out this magic, okay?
Of course it's magic.
Okay, so I created this prompt in Apple Notes. You can use any text editor. I just use Notes because it allows me to work on it back and forth, whenever I have time and cook through. First thing, all AI products, I don't care which one you use, they really like it when you give them a role. So I told it I wanted to be a script writer for YouTube Shorts, and they specialize in good content. The task I'm asking it to help me with is to help me create some shorts for the content creation channel. You know what it is? Specifically focusing on simple content creation tips for beginning creators who feel overburdened. I hate the overwhelm word. Stuck in their rut, growing their channels or profile. When writing, be sure to remember this. Now, here's my framework that I'm working on. What's the pain point? What's the solution? What's the takeaway? This is really good for shorts because you can basically put any kind of B-roll and then just put the text on top. Here's a problem. Here's a solution. Here's a takeaway. And that kind of stuff is easy to create in automatically with something like Canva and some of these other tools out there. But I'm just using this because it's an easy way to create shorts, right? Especially for you guys that like to edit in CapCut or whatever. Okay. So keep in mind your goal is to inform and empower the viewer and deliver concise, engaging, actionable insights, because that's just how I create content. You know what it is. So here's going to be the structure that I'm using for this. So the structure is 3 points. Identify the pain point, provide a solution, give them a takeaway. And then I gave it an example format of what that would look like. In this particular case, I'm talking about content creation, but for you, it could be anything you want. So I use Taisha as an example because I know she's working on this content that she teaches people, like going through her Zepbound journey, right? So my pain point is finding time for, you guys always say, I don't have enough time to do all of this content creation, right? So the part one would be balancing the day job and content creation. Part two would be use my patented block it, lock it, and rock it framework so you can just set your time up and make sure that people don't be in your way. And then part three, you know me, I hit him with a little motivate, right? You done survive way harder. If you had kids, bro, you done survive way harder stuff than creating content. That's why you got in there. Anyway, so I just reminding you that your perspective is gold. And if you just attack this 1 hour, one piece, one day at a time, you'll get here. You'll get here, right? So this is exactly how I would answer this. If this was a pain point that somebody, said to me in the live stream, this would basically be my answer. Those of you who've been here for a minute, LGL fam, represent in the comments, you know what it is. This sounds like me, right? So you want to write this part out. It could be whatever you want. So in Taisha's case, it would be starting my Zepbound journey. What is the solution? Plan out your meals. Make sure you have certain things on deck because it's easy to eat when you can. One of the hardest things when you're taking GLPT-1s is remembering to eat. And the thing that happens really bad is when it's time to eat and you got to take time to make stuff, then you get lazy and it can jack you up. So she knows that. She would be able to describe it in her manner. And then part three would be you just started. Don't try to lose, 1 million pounds in a week. Here's how you go along. So that's just how you would convert it to your language, so to speak, whatever you're talking about. So I like to give it an output format. It really not just GPT, but all of them really love examples. If you give them examples, it's going to work good, right? So here's my output format. You're going to drop the big idea. You're going to drop part one, which is the pain point. You're going to clearly state what would be the creator's challenge, or in Taisha's case, the weight loss person's challenge, right? And then for the solution, you're going to provide an actionable tip or advice. And then for the takeaway, hit them with a little motivate, hit them with a little educational insight, hot tip, something of that nature. And then I'm giving it what I want it to do. Be creative, make each script unique, ensure that the advice is practical and resonates with beginning or stagnant creators, and focus on actionable items that empower the viewer to make smarter content creation choices. And these are just something I always add because I can't stand it when it sounds like AI. So this is my word to avoid. And these are my phrases to avoid, right? At the end of the day, or from a blah, blah, blah perspective, given the above in conclusion, in essence, in the grand scheme of things, in today's fast-paced world, it's clear that it's important that, oh my God, I can't stand these. I can't stand these. And then what I wanted to do is give me 10 YouTube scripts in a format. Normally what I'll do is I'll jack this up to 30, but I like to give it 10. Okay, that's a mouthful, and I know that's a lot, and you can use this framework. And again, if you want, I'll paste it somewhere in the Discord where you can snatch it and get busy with it. But listen, are you ready for the next comedian? I'm going to give you the bless up. But I'm going to give you the hardcore bless up. Let's go. We're going to take this over to ChatGPT. And the first thing I did, because I wrote it, but I'm not sure it's good. So I said, dear Chat, my dude, help me improve this prompt. I'll paste it when you're ready. Why didn't I do this in one thing? Because I want to make sure that it doesn't confuse things, right? So it said, go ahead, paste it in. I'll help you refine it. Scrolly. He started thanking. He, she, they, them, whatever. It says, your prompt is already strong. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate you, pimp. Here's some refinements to enhance clarity, specificity, and creativity. Here's the revised version, right? So it changed my role and it came out with a better role. It just made it more clear because it knows what it understands. So it rewrote that part. And then it said, my task. It took my task and it said, new content creators struggling to find their footing, creators feeling stuck or overwhelmed. I hate the overwhelmed word, but I'm going to leave it there by their growth challenges. Just because I hate overwhelmed, most of you guys don't, so it's okay. Let Chad do Chad, right? And it goes, each script should be concise, engaging, designed to inform and motivate, giving the viewers practical insights they can apply immediately. And it says, here's what I want in this script. The pain point, the solution, the takeaway. Bingo. Here's the structure. Pain point, solution, takeaway, right? A common creator challenge, offer clear, practical, easy to implement and fix, deliver the final thought that's motivational, insightful, confidence boosted. Bingo. Each part should be short and punchy, bing, 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 and very important for short. And ideally 1 or 2 sentences for fast-paced shorts. Love it. Okay. And it says, here's the big idea, finding time to create. The pain point, balancing daily life, family, and content creation. Use the block and rocket technique. And it tells you lock that time in, no interruptions, rock your content with laser focus, try the 20-20-20 method, plan for 20, create for 20, edit for 20, bingo. You survive bigger challenges than this, your perspective is valuable, 1 hour, 1 post, 1 step at a time, bingo, love it. So here's the output format, big idea, pain point, solution, and then takeaway, bingo. Then here's my instructions. They just embedded it. Make each script unique, avoid repetitive themes. Ensure the solution is immediately usable. No fluff, just directs, actionable steps. This thing knows me. It knows what I be doing, right? Include engaging hooks. The first line must grab the attention and stop the scrolling. Bingo. Keep it conversational and fun. Avoid robotic, overly formal phrasing. Bingo. You know what it is. It tells me to keep my words to avoid lists and keep my cliches. All right. And then it goes, here's my deliverable. So it broke it down in role, task, structure, example, output, instructions, my words and phrases of voice, that's just a doc thing, and what's the deliverable. It says it makes it more engaging, the role, so it's easier for, chat to know what to do. It says it's a clearer task definition and a stronger emphasis on hook and engagement, smoother instructions. This should get some high quality joints. And I was like, oh, pimp, that was good. That was good. Okay, gangster. I don't do shorts as often as I do regular videos. So I said, please create this same type of joint for long form videos. And Chad did it. It came up with hook, pain point, solution, real world example, takeaway. Then it came up with instructions. And then it came with the example format. And then it gave me the whole 9 yards, right? It just broke it down. And then I said, this, my friend, is gangster. But copying and pasting out of here is a little hard because it always stops at the line, so you'd have to do it in sections. Okay, Chad. I said, please output this joint as a text file. And Chat was like, no problem, homie. No problem. Right? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. All right. So Chat came through and basically blessed up the prompt. So key takeaway. If you generate something and you feel like it could be better, just ask the bot to help you rewrite it. It will write it because it knows what it wants. And if you don't get it the first time, try it again. Also, pro tip, when you break it up into chunks, it's easier for it to think. If you just blam everything in like everybody says, it's blim for real. Like you want to break it up and give it a chance to like understand the segments. It's almost like, ladies, if you blurted 1,000 instructions at your husband and he looked lost, yeah, that. You got we're simple folks. You got to break it down in instructions and say what you actually mean or what you want. So what you want? All right. So I'm going to show you, it gave me a text file here. So I'm going to open up this text file and make sure I'm going to paste it into notes real quick so that you can see what the output is. I thought I did this ahead of time, but I guess I did not. So let me copy this. And I'm going to paste it into notes real quick so that you can see. Here's a blank note. I'm going to paste it in and let me embiggen this text so it's easier for you guys to see. So everything is everything exactly like how I made it. And look, I got the table in a much cleaner format. So what I want to do here is words and phrases to avoid. I want to put in my block words list. So let me do this. And then I could take out this little segment that I put there. And then I'll take my phrases to avoid and just clean these puppies up. X, bing, bing. And it doesn't matter. Spaces really doesn't matter. I clean up spaces for my visual acuity. The bot knows what to do. So here is the finished prompt. The only thing I would do is at the end, chop all this here mess off because that's just for me. It's unnecessary. So here is the clean prompt ready to go. The only thing I would do differently again is at the end, I'm probably going to change this number to higher. So let's go run this inside of ChatGPT and see what happens. See what happened was, so I'm going to copy that. Bingo. Let's jump back over to ChatGPT real quick. Ba, 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 ba. And then let's create a new chat. So we're going to click on this, Command N. Boom, there's a new chat. I'm going to paste this bad boy in. Bingo. And then I'm going to say enter and let Chat do that thing. Boom. Look, it is creating a table. So here's what's cool about the table format. Claude fights this, but Chad doesn't. You can tell Chad to export this as a Google Sheets file or XLS file, or normally what I tell it to do is export it as a CSV, comma separated value, because then you can paste it into whatever spreadsheet you get down with. So anyway, Chad is doing that work. Now, the other thing that's cool here, if you're a pro subscriber to ChatGPT like myself, you could try out some of the different models with the same prompt, because Chat now has a brand new model that's even more intelligent. So I'm using 4.0 right now because it's the fastest, whereas some of the other models are a little slow and they're also getting a little beat up. And for a task like this, it doesn't have to overthink it. Like I think it's very familiar with what it is doing. So clap your hands for what he is doing. All right, so let me show you some of this. I did not mean to make you seasick here. Okay, how to fix your dead channel. Is your channel a ghost town? No views, no engagement? Let's fix that fast. And come over here, move sideways. Oh, Chat, you're not letting me scroll sideways. Why? Okay, so it says you're posting video, but nobody's watching. It's frustrating and makes you question if it's even worth it. Bingo. Follow this 3R strategy. Review your analytics, find out what's working. Revamp your thumbnails. That's definitely me, and titles. Reignite your fresh content strategy. I would say review your workflow, find out what's working, but that's just because me, I don't tend to pay attention to analytics. But still, Chad is still coming up with the goods right there. Okay. You know what? Let me export this. It just make my job easier. Export as a spreadsheet. Now, while it's doing that, let me say something real quick. People love to say, tell it, please and thank you, because it's going to become a human. It's going to try to kill you. Listen, the please and thank you can confuse it. Do not give it any unnecessary information. And I'm sorry, please don't at me in the comments. Just like ladies, when you got to tell your husband something, just tell them. They'll be like, oh, do you remember Stacy from the grocery store last week? Yeah, so Stacy, well, she was dating Dave, and like, not important. The thing you wanted to know is if we could go to Stacy's house for a barbecue on Sunday. The whole backstory about like Stacy and Dave, and like she needs to get, in a better mood. We don't care about none of that. All we need to know is there's going to be food, alcohol, and some other folks to talk to. What is it? Who all going to be there? That's the hashtag WAGBT. Who all gonna be there? That's all we want to know. We don't care about Stacy's backstory. All right, just want to say. So it's like that. Don't tell Chad, please and thank you. Who are people who say that? They're crazy. Don't listen to them. Okay, let's go back. Ooh, wrong one. Let's go here. ChatGPT. So I'm going to download this as an XLS file and go ahead and save it to the desktop there. And in which case, my computer is going to want to open up numbers, which I'll do real fast. And then where'd it go? Mine's going to want to open up numbers, and I'll make Ecamm show you numbers. Let me just get this open real quick. All right. So here's my spreadsheet right here. Now, why'd you come in like all weird like that? Okay. So if you double click on these headers, like any other spreadsheet program, you can kind of spread them out. Or I need text wrap. That'll make my job easier. Anyway, I'm gonna just embiggen these like such, make our job easier. So you can, but anyway, the whole point is it works. That's all I really wanted you to see, is that it absolutely works. And here's some really cool content that we could just use to make our jobs way better. Okay. So let me go back to that first example that we're talking about. There's the 3R strategy. And then it says, I help the creator grow from 50 views to 5,000 by tweaking the thumbnails and focusing on some proven topics. YouTube isn't broke. You just need a better strategy. Try the 3R strategy. Tell me your biggest takeaways in the comment. Like, that is literally it. And like, this is cool. Like, this is cool. And you can make this work for anything. Now, once you get these results, you don't want to take them verbatim. If they don't fit, just make those adjustments so that they fit for you, but you have a nice, solid framework. And what's going to happen is as you start to create the first 2 or 3, all the other ideas will come pouring in, and you already have a spreadsheet to keep track of what you're doing. So bingo, bango, pickle, mango. I will put this final prompt. Yeah, I'll use the final prompt. I'll put the final prompt in the chat below in the description so that you can snatch it. But if you have an idea, you want to see how to bless it up, or you got a prompt that you feel could be better, let me know in the comments below. I'll show you how to bless it up using chat. Now, this trick works with Gemini, Claude, all the above. The only thing about Claude is Claude doesn't like to generate files for some reason, so you're going to have to do some copy and pasting. But I mean, it'll work. Like, it'll work. The tables will come out. You're just going to have to copy and paste it. And I just normally tell Claude to spit out a comma separated value file. It knows how to do that very simply, and it works. And Google is so dope. If you do it in Gemini, you just click the document, Google Sheets opens right away, which is why I should have did this in Google. But anyway, if you have questions, comments, feedback, drop that down in the comment section below. Tell me, scale of 1 to 10, where are you on your AI game? And if you like this AI type of content, drop some robot icons in the chat so I can know how much more it is to keep feeding you. I'm going to keep feeding, because he ate. Just come on, tell the truth. He ate, didn't he? Right? I kind of crushed it. So let me know what you think. If you like this video, press the subscribe button, press the like button, ring the notification bell. I'm not even going to edit this because it's too long. I'm just going to post it, and let's see what happens. Okay. I'll see you in a second. But remember, the algorithm is going to show you another video that I think you should watch. I kind of agree with him.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet.